Hello, friends, and welcome to your favorite podcast, Between Three Friends. Today, we have a very interesting topic to discuss. What are we going to talk about today, colleagues?
Hello, it's a pleasure for me to be here again with you too, Rodrigo and JP. Well, today we're going to talk about creativity and everything that is related to it.
It is clear that today we're going to have a great time, but I have a question. What specifically is creativity?
Well, dear friend, creativity is a capacity or facility that human beings have. It is a very complex mental process that arises from the imagination. This ability allows us to create, innovate, and generate new ideas, solve problems, among many other things.
In fact, the stages of the creative process were established by a scientist named Graham Wallas.
Does that really exist? I thought creativity just flowed and that's it. And what are those stages?
There are four stages that Wallace established. The first one is the preparation. In this stage is where we detect and identify the problem we are facing.
The second is incubation. This stage consists of departing a little from the problem or creative challenge in order to get a different point of view.
The third is lighting.
Mm, Let me guess. This is where you get ideas to solve the problems or challenge.
Yeah, actually, that is good job.
The fourth and last stage is the verification that clearly is to test the ideas and ideal in solution to the problem.
Oh, I see that it really is a complex process. And what is creativity for us? Is it only useful for artistic part or the imagination?
Well, not only we can do that, basically creativity is what has allowed the human being to evolve and transcend. Science, it has allowed us to solve the problems that life and nature have put us over the years.
And although you may not believe it, it is also has many other benefits that it sounds strange, but creativity also serves to reinforce self-esteem, anatomy and security, help to develop communication skills, improve social relationships, etc.
Okay, whoa. Um, you were right. It is a very interesting topic and there's a lot to talk about. And tell us, Randy, are all of use creativity or is there some kind of exclusivity for this capacity?
Actually, we all can be creative. We all born being creative, and we can affirm this based on the definition of creativity that we said before. It is the ability to generate new ideas, and all humans have that capacity. Also, it is true that some people are more creative than others, but the truth is that creativity can be developed with different methods and strategies.
You heard her, friends. We are all creative, and we can be even more so. But if we all have creativity inside, especially where does it develop? In which part of the brain the creativity develop?
Hmm, very good question. The brain is made up of two hemispheres, one on the right side, another on the left side. The left hemisphere is the one in charge of language, logic, and mathematics. And on the other side is the right hemisphere, which is the slide in charge of the visual, sound, skills, feelings, and sensation, and that things. Now I ask you, on which side do you think creativity develops?
Well, in the right side, right?
It had always been thought that the right side was in charge of everything about this, but the truth is that it is not totally true. New studies have revealed that creativity depends on communication between both hemispheres.
Wow, it's really very interesting, and we have just said that we can stimulate creativity. With what activities can we develop it? Some activities that help to develop our creativity.
Well, sometimes the muses take time to bring us inspiration, but there are many strategies that can help us, and here we'll tell you some. One of the most used is the draft technique, that consists of breaking down an idea to its most basic components.
Um, Another technique that I find very interesting is called good but interesting. It was designed by the psychologist Edward Bono and consists of thinking about something good, something bad, and something interesting about your idea or topic.
I think I have heard of a technique called group sketching. For this, we must get together with more people and each one must start a drawing. After a certain time, the sheets pass to the next person to continue with the drawing.
Oh, that sounds a lot of funny. We should try it someday.
I agree. Another technique that was also proposed by Edward Bono is the six hats. In this technique, the problem must be analyzed from six different perspectives. There are logic, optimism, the devil's advocate, emotion, creativity, and direction.
I see that there are several things that can help us in different ways, and since no person is the same, I suppose that there are different types of creativity.
Well, you suppose very well. It is true. There are five types of creativity. There are mimetic, dissociative, narrative, analogical, and intuitive. Mimetic creativity means that though imagination problems can be solved, the people learn from the mistakes and successes of others.
Dissociative creativity means balancing the rational and the irrational. You have to mix thought and feeling.
Narrative creativity seems to me to be a ability to create and tell stories, create new worlds. And I'm correct?
Totally. Then we have analogical creativity, that is similar to mimetic but more complex. It is about connecting ideas and images that we already know with what we don't know.
And finally, we have the intuitive creativity that consists of just breaking free and letting ideas flow from within.
I never imagined that there will be so many types of creativity. Now, my friends, we will tell you about some creative people that you may know. The first one is Martin Luthi. He is the president of design for Nike. That 400 athletes wore almost phosphor yellow shoes in the last Olympic Games. So that that no one could go unnoticed is Martin Luthi fault. To do this, he created a new color, the Volt, a mixture of yellow and lime green with a very particular neon effect. Some athletes said that thanks to him they feel faster, precisely because they wear colors like this.
Another creativity genius is Mike DiGiovanni, developer at Roundarch Isobar. People say that necessity is the mother of innovation. However, the most innovative products may be those that consumers didn't even know that they need, like being able to take a photo with a simple blink. And that's exactly what Mike did with his Winky app. developed for Google Glass.
The last person in this little list is James Somerville, the vice president of global design at Coca-Cola. He is ultimately responsible for the design of Coca-Cola worldwide. In fact, it is a position that before him had only been held by one person, David Buller. So far, he has proven his worth by designing Coca-Cola's visual identity for events such as London Olympics.
And what these people have in common are their specific qualities of creative people.
In theory, all people are potentially creative. We mentioned it before. No matter who crouched it is among our personal qualities. It is always possible to remove it from its hiding place and bring it to the fore. There are people, however, who are easier than others when it comes to exploiting their own creativity. We have a list of qualities of a creative person.
First, we have flexibility. To let creativity flow, it is important to be flexible and consider the possibility that the problems and challenges we facing on a daily basis have more than one answer or solution.
Then we have the intense curiosity. Creativity people ask a lot of questions. They are intensely curious about everything that happens around them, much like children. This type of people learn to look at the world in a different way, in facing the extraordinary and leaving the ordinary in the background.
Now we have positive attitude. The more negative our attitude, the more problems we will have to reconcile with our own creativity. It is hard to be curious about the world when we feel pessimistic and negative. Truly creative people tend to look at the world from an optimistic point of view.
The next one is strong motivation and determination. Creativity thinks that being an exciting adventure, but it's not always the case. To achieve creativity, high levels of motivation and determination are necessary.
And finally, we have courage. Creative people care little about if they are wrong or not. They are carried away by the exciting of the ideas they come across, and they are constantly exploring their own creativity without fear of obstacles that may come their way.
Well, friends, we know that you want tips to develop your creativity. So now we are going to give you a list of habits that you can create to start being more creative. Here it is. Make lists. Organization always helps with creativity. Take a notebook with you to write down your ideas of draw in your free time.
Try free writing. Just let your mind and ideas flow non-stop. Leave your cell phone and computer and the TV for a moment, or you can write in your notes of the phone.
Take breaks during intense work. We don't want your mind to explode. And listen to new music.
Ask people for feedback. People's opinion always enriches your work. Be persistent, patient, and have ambition. Be conscious that nothing appears overnight.
Commit errors. Don't be afraid of failure. Visit to new places. Get involved in your own ideas.
Take notes and investigate your doubts and curiosities. Make an effort to avoid leaving jobs or projects incomplete. As you see, little things can make a difference.
Well, friends, we have reached the end of this program. It was a great day. Don't you think so, colleagues?
Absolutely. Don't forget that you can listen to other of our podcasts to learn about other topics.
Also, do not forget that every week we will be here with a new topic to talk about. Recommend us to your friends and see you in the next broadcast of Between Three Friends, your favorite podcast. Hasta luego, amigos.